Hey guys, Swamp Cleaner Harry here with a impromptu video for you. I don't know how long this will be, depends on how much I'm going to get into this, but I wanted to quickly talk about this Candace Owens controversy that's starting to blow up. Now, for some of you who don't know, Candace Owens is also, her name is Red Pill Black on YouTube. She also has a Twitter account called Red Pill Black, and she is a African American, now conservative woman who has been red pilled in recent history within the last year or so since the election. And she's done a complete 180. She was an SJW just a year ago, or just a little bit over a year ago, and she started this website called Social Autopsy. It was pretty much going to be a doxing website where anybody could go in, put the names, address, work, job location, of the person in question that they wanted to expose as a hate monger, etc., etc. And it's pretty much like a one-stop hub for anybody to find dirt on anybody conservative or libertarian or whoever got on the bad side of somebody who felt like they should deserve a doxing. Now, she has been, since she's been red pilled, she's been making the rounds on many major platforms of the right wing. She's just been on InfoWars. She was on InfoWars just the other day. She was co-hosting with Alex Jones. She's talked with Paul Joseph Watson, Stefan Molyneux. She was on the Rubin Report. She's been everywhere, and she's blowing up because I think a lot of this has to do with, of course, here we go, identity politics, and the fact that she is a African American who switched to the conservative mindset. And this, I think, in the way that the right-wing news has been jumping on this story to say, hey, look, we're getting minorities and other people into our fold, and they're all getting red-pilled, and this is such a good thing that's happening right now. And they've bitten off a little bit more than they can chew. They've jumped the shark on this one. They have pretty much accepted her as what she says she is, so they can get her in front of cameras, so they can give her exposure, to the conservative audience that shows minorities are coming over to the right, and how this is really starting to snowball and become a big movement. And what has failed to happen is the extra research that needs to be done, the extra vetting that needs to be done to find somebody is being genuine or not. Because she still had this Social Autopsy site up only until a few hours ago. It's down now. It's finally down because there was so much controversy and there was a shitstorm going on. And she's been playing cat and mouse on social media ever since. She's been playing the victim card. Like, look at this. Like, what does this say about conservatives if they start attacking their own? And pretty much she's calling conservatives hypocrites because we are acting the same way that liberals do by blowing up and going, but you're not being genuine in what you're saying, and yada yada yada. So she's telling us that we are a bunch of hypocrites for how we're treating her, when she has been very disingenuous herself and has been very cat and mouse, playing this very tight to the chest with the reasonings behind why she had the website and why she got red-pilled by it. She said that the website itself was defunded by Kickstarter, and that she was getting attacked by liberals about the website itself, and that was her red pill moment. Yet, if you find out the timeline, she only got red pilled after the election, and she has been pretty much exploding in the limelight of conservatism, because I really believe that she's just playing that role to get attention. She was trying so hard. Before that, she had Kickstarter videos that showed exactly what this website was going to be about. They had an entire team working on this. They were going through Facebook. They were getting partners with a bunch of other social medias to help get all this information into one place so people could get easily doxxed. And she was all on board for that. She even had like a lab coat on. She was looking all professional with her team. She was all in for it. And now she switches like that, and just in a very quick time too. Usually red pilling doesn't happen overnight. It starts with a slow burn. You start seeing a few untruths from your side, and you start, distancing yourself, and then all of a sudden it cascades near the end where you're like, oh wow, now the veil is up over my eyes. I can see everything, and then you come out, oh wow, this is really a bad thing. And you don't become a conservative overnight either. There's this limbo period of what you're unsure about, like whether or not the right was true all along, whether or not the left was lying all along, etc., etc. And you finally come to the conclusions, well, like months, maybe a year afterwards. It's a slow process, but leading up to the red pill moment and leading away from the red pill moment takes some time. You have to break yourself down, and then you have to rebuild yourself back up. She did this, boom, in like 2 months. There's no way. I believe that she saw that the left was a sinking ship, and so she's distancing herself from that, and she hopped on the bandwagon of the right and is just trying to play it up for views and get exposure, because she's got 150,000 subscribers on YouTube and she only has like 10 videos, something like that. She's got 50,000, 60,000 followers on Twitter, and she's got a couple thousand tweets. I mean, this is blowing up really quickly, and I'm thinking when it comes to the people on the right, such as Stefan Molyneux, Steven Crowder, I forgot to mention him earlier, Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson, I really believe that they jumped the shark on this, because the people on the right are so quick to absorb minorities into the political realm, the political sphere, that because we want those good optics of having minorities on our side, that they failed to do the proper due diligence and look back at the timeline of how she became a conservative and where she was coming from. And even I'm not saying that she is not a conservative. I'm not saying that she didn't really actually get red pilled. I'm just saying that the way it's all coming out is suspicious a little bit. It seems like it's almost too good to be true. When something is too good to be true, it most of the time often is too good to be true. So I think it was the overwillingness to have minorities join the right, and the overwillingness to just throw her out there and give her the microphone without properly figuring out where she came from in the first place. So I don't know how this will unfold. Like I said earlier, that the website now is shut down, but she was very disingenuous. She's saying it was just a splash page, which is just like a WordPress page where it's like a very rudimentary. It's like, pretty much a page. You can't do anything with it. But you could interact with that site. You could put the information in, but people couldn't search for information. So where did that information go? Do we know? Did it just disappear into the ether? It was just like you type it in and then save, and then it doesn't save. It just disappears. We don't know. The only person who does know is Candace Owens, and she's been avoiding that. Computing Forever on Twitter has asked her 4 separate times, where is this information going? Like, this splash page, as you called it, was actually a working website. Well, half working. It was never finished because she abandoned it, apparently. But if you abandon a project, don't you think you should just get rid of it instead of having it sit around for a year and then be a weight on you and have questions drawn towards you? If she was really red-pilled, she would have pretty much scrubbed everything that she did of an SJW mentality and started fresh and moved forward. But now she's using the legitimate questions that are arising about her actions in the past year as a victim card, so she can further progress herself in the conservative realm. So that is, in my opinion, very disingenuous, and she has some questions that need to be answered. So, like I said, this could go nowhere. This could blow up into a bigger controversy. We don't know. But Paul Joseph Watson, you are defending her without doing, I think, your proper research on this, because you said that she started this Kickstarter 4 years ago, when actually it started in April of 2016 and was ended in May of 2016, because the Kickstarters, ended it because it was against the terms of service, because it was going to be a doxing website. So why are you defending her for her actions of creating a doxing website that doesn't look good on you, doesn't look good on InfoWars, and it doesn't look good for the other conservative pundits and speakers who have given her a platform, who have given her interviews? You guys need to go back, do some research, and maybe redact some of the things you said. Maybe do a complete whoops, we screwed up moment, because until she comes clean, she does not seem like a very honest person, and that's one thing that conservatives is honesty. Liberals, they can talk out of both sides of their mouths and then still think that they are not hypocrites and that they're like the best thing since sliced bread. But conservatives actually have, values that we like to uphold, and even if you agree with somebody 99% of the time, politically or whether it be anything else, if they do something wrong or if they're being suspicious, you should call them out for it. Do not overlook that just because they join the team or they're a minority and this will look better for us to spread the conservative message. No. It doesn't matter who you are, black, brown, white, yellow, green, polka dotted. If you're acting suspicious, if things seem like they're too good to be true, other people should be calling you out and wanting to get the real answers. So, but again, I'm not denying that she did have a red pill moment and that she is now a conservative. She's just being very dishonest in how she's coming across right now. She's avoiding a lot of questions. She still had the site up only until a few hours ago because there was so much social media criticism of this. She pretty much was forced to take it down finally, even though the contract for the website was supposed to be expired in February of 2018, and then it would have just disappeared anyway. But why would she just wait and wait and wait for that expiration date instead of deleting it like she did at the start? She should have just deleted it and then moved on. She kept it up there, but for what reasons, we don't know, and that's something that she needs to answer as well. So, okay, guys, this is Swamp Balloon Harry talking about this Candace Owens controversy. I've been trying to get this out onto social media, expose this stuff to Paul Joseph Watson, InfoWars, etc., etc., but I'm only just a small fish, so maybe if a bunch of other small fish tweet at Paul Joseph and tweet at Alex Jones, maybe we can get something done. Because she was on InfoWars yesterday. She was co-hosting for like an hour with Alex, and she was also on the War Room with Owen. So you got to do your due diligence. It doesn't matter who the person is. And I think that they jumped the shark and that they got, they got blinded by the person that Candace is an African American who became a conservative, and that is headline news apparently in the conservative media world, and that shows a little bit of a bias towards their own process, their own mindset, that we're not just one race or one ethnicity, that we are just as diverse as the left. So there's a little bit of hypocrisy there, and I just wanted to point that out. To me, it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you're genuine, but she doesn't seem like she is right now. So, alright guys, I'm going to end this here. Hope you guys have a good day. Check me out on social media, Swamp Cleaner. Check me out on vid.me at the Swamp Cleaner, and also my YouTube channel everywhere else. Alright, you guys have a good day. See you later.